Well, it's the day after Christmas, and it's a little nicer day. It's up to 15 degrees right now. So, didn't have to put the Carhartts on today. I just got, their canvas jeans. I think I was going to be outside most of the day. Yeah, I'd have the Carhartts on. I don't need insulated to be inside the building, so I think too bad today. Floor hasn't thawed up in here yet. I mean, some of this will probably scrape out, but it ain't going to help much. Biggest problem I got today is I came in here and found this. The water is leaking. It was flowing over. And what I've come to the determination is I've already cleaned, that. No place said anything. I already cleaned this half of it. This was all corroded up, or I wouldn't say corroded, it's all stuff built up in it. I think the problem I got right here is because all that stuff coming loose in the pipes yesterday from thawing that out, I didn't shut off the waters, so of course everything started flushing to the waters along through the milk house too. So I think what happens, I got full of a bunch of crap, and you can see how well it's going to show up. It's kind of filled up in there. So right now I'm just getting as much of that out of there as I can. And it's fairly cold in there. It was crusted into that other part of the valve. And I think I'm going to have to, all the stuff that's coming loose in there, I have to drain the water and be done with that too. It ain't no big deal, just pull that plug out and it drains out. But yeah, I think that's going to take care of the problem here. I don't have heaters in these waters, which are usually, they're wired up for it, but I just don't have heaters, and I've never really needed them. Because there's well, what we did is we took these 15-gallon drums that we get tit dipping this stuff in, and I cut the bottoms off 2 of them, and then kind of took strapping to hold them together, and they're down in the ground about 3 foot when the pipe comes through. So this is actually getting heat from the ground in there to keep the pipes from freezing, and then that comes up in here and keeps this thawed out in here too. And then when you got water, groundwater's 50 degrees, 45, 50 degrees. So that heat holds the heat in there. I mean, these are pretty well insulated. So, but hopefully that's going to stop that. I think that's, like I said, I think that's the whole problem. Just got a bunch of crap built up and won't let it shut off. So I'm going to slap this back together and drain this out, and we'll see what it does. Well, we'll see if this shuts off now. This works just like your toilet in the house. This floats up. It seems to be. It's stopped. I just wonder if I should go clean the other water while I'm at it. The other one's got ice in it, but keep breaking a hole in it and it's fine. Anyway, I got this blocked off here. There's only 6 cows down there drinking from that water, and the rest are drinking from this one. And they say each of these waters has the capacity for 60 cows. So they say you pretty much need 10 or 15 cows drinking throughout the day at least, keep enough water flowing through here to keep it thawed out. adjust that float again. It's no big deal. You just loosen this thumb screw here and notches in. Just move it a notch or two. Let's see, I should as I say, it shouldn't be a problem. Just shut off lower than it has been. As long as that hole there is covered, it's not a problem. That's the biggest thing. You get a gap into that hole, and then the cold air can reach up in there. Simple valve. I thought there were springs and stuff in there, but it's just a plastic plug with a rubber tip on it, and when it shuts off, it shuts off. Oh, I shut off. I don't want to stand here all day. Give it an extra push of water so that float sits up higher. Nope. At least that job's done. I said, I just wonder if I should go check that other valve. Oh, yeah, maybe I'm off. Yeah, now that's working. Alright, on to the next project. Now, on to the next problem for the day. I go to wash the bulk tank, and I got water spraying all over this valve here. This hose comes in here, and when it pushes pressure, it pushes this plunger out, and that's what puts the water up into the tank. It shuts it off, and then after it runs its cycle, when the water cuts off, this bleeds off, this plunger comes back and lets the tank drain out. Well, come to find out, it's going to show up there. It's cracked out. I don't know, it might be from the cold. It might have iced up and did that too. Found this one. I got parts from an old tank washer. And went to put this one in, and the problem with these things in being rubber, over time they swell up. Couldn't get the damn thing to work right in there. I knew I had a new one around. Finally I found it. Problem was this one wouldn't let it bleed back off. You know, this should work that easy, but being swollen up, it was binding up in there and wouldn't work. I don't know how many times I took this damn thing apart. Must have at least 15 times. Because I'd get it together and then I realized, it's turned inside out here. Probably can't tell, but this has a rounded lip. Well, I put it together the wrong way, because that lip's got to fit down in that groove. So I had to take it apart and turn this thing inside out and put that right. And like I say, back and forth between that. And this is the one that was in there. This is what it screws to. And if you can see, that bolt's busted out. So, like I say, luckily I have extra ones of these. And this one had a different orifice than what that one has. That one has 3 holes in it. This only has the 1 hole. Not that it makes any difference, I don't think. But like I say, just mix and match in parts, trying to figure out what will go together and what will work. So I'm going to go stick this back on, and then hopefully this is going to work. Yep, I got it back in there. You see the plunger's right there. Got stick that in there, screw this in, screw that on there. So now we'll see if this works. Got water pressure, it shuts that off. That's the way it should work. That back in there. And like I say, this would put your soap in here, acid in that one. Turn that on. Right now it's pumping hot water in. It's going to run a cycle to rinse the milk residue out of the tank. God damn, I really should wash this with acid. This is all milk from hard water. Calcium deposits. Get some acid on that and clean that up. And then it'll rinse one cycle, drain it off. Then it'll put hot water again, inject the soap in with it, run the cycle to, I don't know what it runs there, 15 minutes, 10 minutes anyhow. It's got pump, makes it a jet in there and it splashes it around. And it'll drain that out, run another cycle with hot water to rinse it, and then it'll run a cycle with cold water and acid to acid rinse it. And then before I start milking, then I'll run a sanitizer through it. So I'll pause this here for a second while this fills up. Yeah, it's running here now. We won't be able to see much. But that's all it does is in there. Right now, like I say, it's just running an initial rinse cycle to get the most of the milk residue out. Like I say, never ends. One thing goes wrong, everything keeps going wrong. And that's all there is to it. So I guess another project completed. So now on to the next job. Yeah, that's gonna be it. There wasn't much else going on today. Wrap this one up, I guess. Like I say, just between the water tank and the tank washer. I know the water tank is because of the pipes freezing and all that sediment building up, or broke loose, built up in there. And tank washer. Like I say, that diaphragm I put in a little, not quite a year and a half ago. It was like August or September of last year. I remember doing it because that's one of the things I changed because of the problems I was having back then with bacteria counts. Because if that diaphragm doesn't let it drain out, then you're diluting down your wash cycles because it doesn't completely drain out. Or the since it's blowing past that hole in the diaphragm, since it's blowing past that and leaking, then it doesn't, the soap will be deleted. It'll be pumping it out as it's spraying there, and it basically just dilutes itself down. So, but like I say, it could be because everything in that milk house was froze the other day. I mean, everything down in the back room was froze up. The hose in the milk house was froze, so no doubt that thing was froze, and ice building up in there could have cracked that, busted it out. So, like I say, it's just another one of the things from the cold weather you gotta deal with. Like just gotta remember to get another one of them diaphragms when the route truck comes around again. Keep one on hand because, like I said, he goes on a 5-week schedule, and he was just here last week. So if I didn't have that extra one, it'd be 4 weeks before I could get one. Not that there's a company I can get parts through the online. You know, I can get stuff that way and have it in a day or two. But as I prefer to support the locals, even though they don't seem to want to support agriculture around here. They want the big mega farms. So, but I guess I'm going to wrap this one up for today. So thanks for watching, subscribe, and we'll see what problems I come up with next. Still got a couple stuff taken care of because of the cold weather here yet. I haven't got everything thawed out yet, but some of it's probably going to wait till this weekend. It's supposed to be up in the 50s again, and hopefully things will thaw out by then. So we'll catch up with y'all later.